Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Kanye West Dark Secrets. Jeffree Starr slept with him. Shannon Sharpe sued. Monique warned him. Who's Monique? Monique Johnson?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive channel. Kanye West needs help, y'all, and that is not new. But recently, he started trending again when he made this shocking revelation about his childhood. He released a song called Cousin, and this is what he tweeted about it. He said, "This song is called Cousin, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for unaliving a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad
So he
had
recognized
Playboy
he can be
magazines,
self-centered.
but the magazines I
Wow.
What does it have to do with dirty magazines and him doing whatever the fuck he did?
I guess because if you're exposed,
Wait, what? Hold up.
found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's D till I was 14.
Yeah, I read that before, so I was like, what?
why he's telling us?
Why would you tweet that?
I don't know if that's something for
First
us
of all,
to
I
know.
didn't want to know this. I don't know.
Me
There's a lot of
no.
things about Kanye that I don't want to know, but I've
This
learned against
guy.
my own will, and this was definitely one of them.
That
And
was
the tweet
something he
was
should
very
say with
disturbing, and it kinda made me
his therapist. That's like something you have a conversation with your therapist.
Well, I guess Twitter is his therapy.
wonder, was he older than his cousin when he was doing all of this with him? I understand that they both were underage, but if Kanye was actually older and he was the one who traumatized his own cousin, then that is unacceptable. And obviously, if he did something like that, he had to learn it from somewhere. And I don't think it was just from those magazines personally, but this whole situation just kind of shows how deep Kanye's trauma and issues really are.
Wow.
And it also explains his behavior today. It explains why he is so fixated and addicted to sex. And he
Yeah.
really desperately needs help.
Wow.
But I don't know if
I
he
wonder
really
if
wants.
there was people in his camp that knew that, like if Kim knew this.
I don't know.
it. That's the thing. Kanye is so stubborn and prideful. He doesn't feel like anybody could tell him anything. He does what he wants, and that behavior is very destructive. Now, after Kanye admitted to this, people started having conversations about his sexuality. Azealia Banks claims to have inside tea about the industry, and she alleged this about Kanye. She said Kanye and Virgil were lovers. Elon Def got head from Kanye off that ketamine. Kanye is on one of them Diddy tapes. I believe it. Jay-Z was like, no homo. Trump was like, no homo. Travis was like, no homo. Drake was like, no thank you. Amber hit him with the strap. Kim thought she could, but vomited on his back and started.
I remember Amber Rose saying that, oh, to pick, he wanted her to pick his booty hole. She said she was teasing, but now I don't think she was teasing.
Allegedly.
Crying. Chris yelled, cut. Now, this tweet was wild. It sounds like Azealia was trolling, but I don't know. There might be some truth to some of what she said.
Why
here.
did she say
Also,
allegedly?
the influencer Jeffree Starr came out and claimed that, the rumors were true about him and Kanye. Now, if you don't know, there were rumors years ago that Jeffree Starr and Kanye were sleeping together while he was living in Wyoming, and this caused the divorce between Kanye and Kim Kardashian.
I guess allegedly Jeffree Star has been sleeping with Kanye West, and that's why
I
they're getting
remember when
divorced.
that came out. Oh my gosh. But he has said that he has dealt with a lot of guys on the down low, particularly in basketball.
Allegedly.
Goodbye.
Jeffree, however, did come out and deny these rumors multiple times.
But no, Jeffree Star is single, and I've never slept with Kanye.
Someone made rumors about me and Kanye, which
Correct.
is so stupid.
Untrue?
Yeah.
Completely untrue?
Very untrue. But I guess it
Okay.
makes sense. I live in Wyoming. I live in Hidden
Okay.
Hills. Okay, we both live in the same area. It's the way it was mapped
Yeah.
out, I guess.
Now Jeffree is changing his tune, and he tweeted this.
What?
Okay, F it. The rumors were true. You know what? I think he's trolling as well, to be
I think he's
honest. And I don't
trolling.
know why people are trolling and joking because this is not a laughing matter.
Yeah,
what
this
Kanye
is very
admitted
serious.
Is absolutely disturbing, and he just needs help. Like, that's all I could say about that. The man needs
it
some
must have
serious
been bothering
help.
him.
Kanye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say Kim Kardashian tried with Kanye, and I criticize Kim sometimes, but real talk, she seems to be the only one who at least tried to get an intervention for him. And Tokyo Toni surprisingly took up for Kim. Now, you know, Tokyo Toni and her daughter Blac Chyna have had some issues with the Kardashians in the past, but now Tokyo Toni is coming to Kim's defense. And the Neighborhood Talk posted this: Kim tried to help him. She cleared your debts. She loved you. Her mama got you the best doctors. You refused. This broke your marriage, and now the support system is gone. This is why he continues. His yes men put him against Kim because they did not want him to get help. They cannot take advantage of him if Kim is there. These people break your support system and then break you.
Wow, shout out to Tokyo Toni.
Kanye. Please
The
get
voice of
help. He needs
reason.
it. And another person who needs help is Shannon
Oh, I forgot
Sharpe.
about him. Whoa. This could have been 2 videos. This is 2 videos in itself. I completely forgot about this.
These should be 2 videos because they're like,
This is heavy. This is heavy.
yeah, I don't even know what to say about Kanye. That was interesting, to say the least.
Shannon is actually being sued for $50 million by one of his
Oh,
ex-girlfriends.
no.
Now, the
Not
girlfriend in
this-
question
not
is
this
named
wall.
Gabriella, and she accused Shannon of putting his hands on her. She accused him of being controlling and manipulative. She claims that he essayed her and battered her, and also
Where does
caused
he
her to have
live?
emotional-
LA?
LA, so this is maybe
Yeah, I think
possible.
he travels between LA and Georgia.
Oh,
But mostly LA.
oh.
distress. She said that he forced himself on her multiple times, including anally, and she accused him of recording her without her consent or knowledge. And she brought up that whole incident that Shannon had with Michelle. Y'all remember that whole incident?
Yes.
Shannon accidentally went on IG Live and he was recording himself getting freaky with this woman named Michelle. That whole stunt Shannon pulled with Michelle was
forgot
very,
about
very
the
messy.
audio.
How did you
I forgot.
So where did you think Michelle came from?
I only heard the I
What?
only heard the I don't remember the audio, honestly. I deleted this memory. Now this memory is back of my head.
That's where Michelle came from. Michelle came from the audio.
I believe it was an accident. I think Shannon planned it himself to bring publicity to this male enhancing product that he was promoting. He probably thought it was going to be a good PR
What?
tactic.
Yeah, they promoted ED Bill on their
Do you
show.
think they're chicken or the egg?
I do think that was all planned.
Oh.
It's good for his promo because
Yeah.
the moment it happened, I was watching them and Ocho Cinco started joking about their sponsor. Oh yeah, that's what.
Wow.
I think that was good marketing though. He's an
That's
old
smart.
man.
That's smart.
He's like what in his 50s. 50-year-olds. They want to have Michelle's too.
Mhm.
So they're like, oh,
Yeah,
let's buy the
Michelle's
supplements.
too.
It is what it is.
But it was absolutely messy. It made him look sloppy and unprofessional. And not to mention, it pissed
It
off
does.
Gabriella
It
because she was
does.
mad that he cheated on her
That's
with Michelle.
true.
Also, Gabriella used this incident.
When did that happen? Was
I don't
that
remember. But honestly,
this year or last year?
last
Th-
year.
last year?
I think last year. No, honestly, maybe this year. I don't know. I don't remember. But the whole thing with Michelle, I don't think it's like made him look like that unprofessional. 'Cause
It looked
it wasn't a sex tape. It was
The way he's on Chad.
it.
I think Chad had like a situation.
Now, if it was like a sex tape, okay, yeah, that's for that he would lose a lot of shit. For this is kind of like what? How is it? Like everybody has sex, right? Everybody does it.
So
It's
why
not-
he lied about it at first?
No, he didn't lie. His team issued a statement with how his approval. That was his team.
Oh.
They issued, and then he called
How
up.
your team do
then
things
no,
without
but
your
then
approval?
that's what he said. He said he called them up and said, "No, remove that shit. I'm not gonna lie about it." So
Oh.
it was just automatic response. Oh no, it's
A
whatever.
hack?
Yeah, hack,
Oh.
whatever. But he said no, an accident, and it was clearly an accident. Well, okay, I say clearly, maybe not, maybe it was planned, but I don't because it's not like if it was an accident, let's say it's not like a big deal. He didn't do it. He didn't break the law. He didn't like. What did
So
he
how
really
does-
do?
how
It's
does-
not a big
how
deal.
did the live turn on? Like I don't get that part.
Well,
Wasn't in his
that's why
pocket?
I feel like it might be arranged because
Oh.
I don't
You
really.
would take that risk?
I would, well, to promote the product.
You think so?
I think he calculated. He talked to his lawyers. He probably talked to ESPN, and because podcast, he's not gonna lose his podcast over that. Ain't no way. It's not. It's really not a big deal.
I don't know.
I think it's just his ESPN gig. He probably talked to ESPN. Said, warned them. Say, oh, if
Sounds
I
a
do
little
this, would I?
compromising.
But why? It's not a big deal. As I said, it's not a sex thing.
I think it's
just
because
like,
maybe
it's
I
whatever.
can see how it was manufactured because we haven't found out identify who's Michelle.
Who's Michelle? And to be fair, we don't even know if he was actually having sex or just moaning.
You hear a lady's
Okay,
voice.
maybe two of the people were moaning.
Oh.
Doesn't mean they were, fucking. Like.
Then why the team? I guess the team wasn't in on it, or they did. Like that seems a little sloppy.
Well, he can't get too many people on it because if too many people, then it's gonna come out. Oh yeah, it was fake. I don't know. It's it's all speculating, alleged. Everything I said is allegedly.
To actually accuse him of recording her without her consent, and she also brought up other allegations against him as well. As I was looking at the details of this lawsuit, I kind of thought to myself, I don't know if I believe
They made
everything.
fun of him in this outfit. I don't see anything wrong.
The feeling that this is a cash grab, and once I saw that Tony Busby was representing her, I was like, yeah, this don't look good, because Tony is good.
Yeah, now
this looks very not serious.
Honestly,
like, very unserious.
For anybody who's gonna hire him, it's gonna be now. It's gonna be because generally speaking, with these R cases, the burden of proof is kind of on a man. It's just how it is. Everybody assumes he did it, then he has to prove it. But I feel like if you hire this guy now, it kind of it's on the lady to prove it because I think he dropped the bag with Jay-Z so bad that you can't take any of his clients seriously now. Like, so for me, when I saw it, I was like, okay, interesting. I heard it was Bugsby. I was like, oh, whatever. Now she has to prove
When
it.
you first heard it, did you believe it to be true with Shannon?
I generally speaking, I don't believe it's true until I see, and I really believe innocent until proven guilty. So to me, he's still innocent. They have to prove he's guilty. It's the burden of proof is on them.
For extorting celebrities and trying to get them to settle with their accusers, even if they didn't do anything wrong. And he tried to do this to Jay-Z, but Jay-Z fought against it. He exposed the lies and the inconsistencies in the accuser's story, and he did sue for defamation.
I'm surprised this attorney's license is not being challenged.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jay-Z said he would try to get his disbarred.
Extortion. So with that being said, this whole case that Tony is bringing up against Shannon now does make me skeptical, especially when you consider the timing. I mean, they sued him right around the time.
Did Shannon have his show, or is in hiatus? Nightcap.
Nightcap is there.
Is there?
Yeah, Nightcap. He just
dropped
the game the other day.
I need to watch it to see how he's moving.
A $100 million.
They didn't talk about it.
I don't really have time to watch it like that. I only watch when they talk about Lakers, not
Deal. Come on now, that is not a coincidence. And Gabriella never went to the police about her claims, but she's trying to get $50 million. I mean, listen,
she didn't go to.
This whole thing seems like
she didn't go to the police.
Suit. This is not a criminal suit. This is that's what I'm saying. If she was hard, go to the police, try to bring.
I think if how I
know.
would understand her position is that you need to file a police report, put threatening, what do you call it? He sent threatening messages.
Yeah.
To have a record.
You played the recording for me today. There is some sort of recording, right?
Yeah.
Probably inadmissible in court. I don't know. But still, for public opinion, it's enough.
Yeah.
So there's some sort of recording, okay. But if there's no police report, you don't file, and then I don't know. To me, it looks like she's after money.
Yeah.
I feel
$50 million.
Yeah, and
I wonder how they assess
honestly,
the damages.
I feel like the amount is so outrageous
50?
that he comes out, offers her $1 million, she will settle. She just wants something. I feel like at this point.
A cash grab. He probably cut her off, and now she's trying to get money. That is a possibility. Now, this is not to say that Shannon is innocent, because you can't really put anything past anybody. But I still need more receipts. Now, I was looking through the text messages between Shannon and Gabriella. From the looks of it, it seems like their relationship was consensual. It was also transactional. She was giving it up, and Shannon was giving her money. And I didn't get the vibe that he was forceful or
he was
not paying, but like a sugar daddy.
Oh.
Like in that sense.
controlling at all.
He seems
at
like
least
he's
from looking
cheap.
at these text messages. Now, we don't really know exactly what.
He got money. Shannon got coin. You know, he
So
was a
he's
big
okay
player.
with splurging. Oh no, I'm confusing him with Ocho. Ocho was taking to McDonald's on
Yeah,
the first date.
Ocho's. You know, Shannon got coin. Shannon got coin, so he can. And you know, giving her money in this, I don't think he's giving her millions of dollars. Probably, you know, like 10K a month or something like that. It's just to him, it's peanuts. But to her, if she's like, because she's young, right? They met at when she was 19 or something, 2023. That right? So that would
Yeah.
put her 20 to 21 right now. She's young, so for her 10K a month, that's
That's a lot.
wow. You know.
What's true and what's not true. What I do know is true is Shannon was doing
I mean, listen, 10K for me too, Shannon. If you wanna, I'm down.
race play, this weird race play with Gabriella. Now, Gabriella is not black, okay? But she kept begging him for black babies. She was like, I want you to put this big black baby in me. I want this baby. I want to have genetically
Yeah,
gifted.
it's a little
What
weird.
is this? Oh, I guess this is the setup. Like
Yeah,
the receipt.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess this is how you submit it to court.
Oh.
Forensics, iPhone, whatever. Yeah. Honestly, I told you this yesterday. I feel like what this girl tried to do, she was trying to, you know, get pregnant by him, to you know, to have a child to get set up for life.
Does he have kids?
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
But well, that
his
didn't
kid's
happen.
His kid's embarrassed. I'm
So I
embarrassed,
feel like
Dad.
because that plan failed, and you know, she cannot kind of
That's
get him
true.
stuck with a child for 18 years.
Yeah.
So she's trying to do that. That's you know,
That's her number?
305, 303.
Yeah, 310.
Oh yeah, that's Shannon's
Oh.
number, I guess. Oh,
Did children.
the 303, I would think so. Yeah.
Ooh.
She kept asking for his sperm, saying she wanted that baby gravy in her. And I was just sitting there looking like, huh?
You
These are the
said
type
that's
of
something
women
he
that
would
Shannon-
say.
The
Baby gravy.
does sound like a Shannon term, but
But they were in
it's-
a consensual
but no,
relationship.
but it's, she said that, not Shannon. So.
Oh.
goes for, like, really? And the fact that she's been even trying so hard to have his baby says enough in itself. Like, she clearly wants to get paid. She wants money. But it's just a turnoff to see
Yeah.
that Shannon
Wow.
likes to be fetishized like that. I mean, that really made me look at him differently. And it's not like I had high expectations for him, but I would think that he at least had some standards and some self-esteem. But no, I guess not. And Gabriella was also sending him other freaky text messages.
I mean, you know, to be fair, I feel like if he had esteem, he wouldn't pay her. You know, like I feel.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to be
Yeah,
a
if
relationship.
you if you pay
paid.
someone for a relationship,
Yeah,
then,
it's kind of like transactional. as they
yeah, it
say.
is transactional. So to me, the esteem part, it kind of goes there.
Yeah.
Like this. I want to put my tongue in your hole and marry you. I want to be abused, daddy. Girl, what? I want you to
The other
And-
message was from him?
No, from her.
From her. Oh.
I put my tongue in your asshole and then okay, that's some Kanye shit right here. But
and
this
marry
message
you.
right
I
here,
want to be
because she sent this message, I feel like the recording that you played me is gonna be invalidated, because if she already said that, how can you prove that on that record, on the recording, he wasn't playing around along with this message? Because
I don't know. I
basically,
can't tell, honestly.
you know, I hope she plays that record so we can talk about. I don't want to paraphrase. I you know, I want to
Yeah.
see exactly what's
yeah.
being. But to me, this right here kind of just shows that
What date is this? Oh,
it's cut off. Oh,
2023.
2023. Yeah, 2023.
Okay.
be abused, daddy. Girl, what? I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me.
Yeah. So he, in the recording, I think, don't quote me, I think he said, "Oh, I'm gonna choke you real hard," something along the lines. And he actually said she wants him to choke you. So how can
when's
you?
playing, when not playing?
Yeah, how can you say, "Oh, for him, such an easy defense"? It's like, "Oh, I was just playing around. We're texting. We look at the text messages." Like, it would be different if they never talked like that in text.
Yeah.
So where he said that, okay, then that's a threat. But when you have that type of communication, how? Because no, each people have their dynamics when they talk to each other. You don't know if they're joking or not. For people from a side, look like, oh shit, what's going on? But
yeah.
you're just joking around. So it's hard.
She also said, tie me up like this and F me. So
the
she
fuck
wanted
is
to
that?
be hog-tied, y'all.
I can't see.
I
I don't know how to
can't
hog
tell.
tie people. What would I hog tie?
She also was asking him to pay her $25,000 for each butt cheek. I'm not even going to get into the rest of the text messages, but Shannon did respond to this lawsuit. And he said this lawsuit, filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full, unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team.
That's bad. If it is proven that this is altered, to me, that's criminal charges right there. That's definitely criminal charges.
To set the record straight, we are
criminal charges for her, not for Shannon.
Releasing several of Ms. Zuniga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of their relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her.
Listen, it's gonna be good for Shannon, whoever he promotes, because shit clearly works, right? Or at least it looks like it does.
With specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations,
I don't think I want these results, though.
Consensual sex continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheek, as quoted above her text message to Mr. Sharpe.
Wait, so it continued on January 2nd. Maybe January 2nd is around the time when the Michelle dropped. Yeah.
Shannon went on to deny ever R-ing Gabriella. He also said that Gabriella is trying to set him up so she could get a huge payday, and he will be fighting this case in court to defend his name. Now, I'm going to see how this whole thing unfolds. I still think this lawsuit is a money grab, and I don't think Shannon is guilty of what he was being accused of. But at the same time, I can't put anything past anybody, so I just have to wait and see what happens. But I will say this. Shannon put himself in this predicament. Like, Shannon doesn't know how to control himself, it seems. First, he went through that Michelle incident, and that was sloppy on his part. Then he got caught slipping again, and now he's caught up in this whole lawsuit. And see, things like this is what sets Shannon back. He's just too old to be going around dealing with young escorts like this. I mean, he's in his 50s, and Gabriella was like 19, 20.
That is a little true, yeah. When you're too old, you don't know
the tricks.
Yeah, you're not up to date.
When they started dating, he has no business with his old self dating somebody that young. And see, Shannon needs to understand that these women, especially these non-black women, don't like him for him. They would not give him the time of day if he didn't have money. And see, Monique tried to tell him, she was trying to warn him to get somebody that actually likes him for real.
You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you. He need an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old and get your old bitch out there.
Yes.
You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
I mean,
she told you. She warned you.
She tried. If he found somebody to settle down with, he wouldn't be in this predicament now. He's a public figure. He has a lot of money. He has an important job. He has too much to lose, and he can't just be out here doing anything and everything. Even if he doesn't want to get married, he could at least find a long-term partner and just be satisfied with that.
Be on the streets
but no,
like
he wants to be out here in these streets, and then he gets surprised when he gets caught up in situations like this. He had a $100 million deal.
I wonder his face when he first saw this lawsuit, like,
Probably got angry. I would get angry.
Still on the line, a $100 million deal.
Especially if it's, not true. If it's true, you get scared. If it's not true, you get angry. Because it's a nuisance. It's annoying. If it's true, then you're like, oh, fuck.
I wonder when this lawsuit was filed.
We just heard yesterday.
Recently it was
And now the whole deal is jeopardized because he's caught up in this lawsuit. Wow. It's really messy, and Shannon has nobody but himself
deal
to
with
blame.
who?
With the new podcast thing. So to act like, I guess, how he has a podcast. There's a agency through which he does it. Now it's the Volume, I believe.
Okay.
So new it would be like a new platform or whatever. So they would offer to have the rights to his podcast.
Oh.
Which honestly, I didn't know that you need that for podcasts. I thought you just open up your YouTube, you do your thing, and that's it. But I guess they take a pay cut or whatever of your ads and revenue. I don't know.
But anyway, tell me what you all think about this.
Yeah.
Let me see the comments. Let me see the comments. What are we thinking, guys? This video was too much. There was a lot going.
Kanye
Damn, look how many
should have
comments.
told this to a therapist, not the internet. Isn't that what you just said?
Yeah, I did.
Did you read this comment for the video? It sounded like you just quoted the comment. Apparently, Kanye has been nasty AF and ignorant all his life. I miss the days when we didn't know much about these celebrities. They kept their business to themselves. Do you though? Because without these, we wouldn't have caught those predators.
Yeah, that's true.
Child on child actual misconduct needs to be talked about more, and usually brings light to another aspect of parenting that needs discussion and regulation.
Yeah.
One thing about Monique, she may tell a joke, but she's never told a lie. Jeffree Starr admitted years ago that he slept with a famous rapper and had a receipt, but never mentioned who the rapper was at the time. When it comes to Shannon's situation, I'm minding my business. These preferences are milking black man's fetish for them, using it to their advantage. It's just okay. Nice double entendre. Okay.
Wow, this is a lot, guys. Of course, we'll stay abreast to this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.